Skibberdoobop-da-hoob-bob. So Rich has posted a 20-minute video basically tearing apart a columnist from Nintendo Enthusiast, arguing how it is a bad idea for some Switch games to require a microSD card like NBA 2K18. There are two major things he doesn't take into account. Let me ask you first, Rich, do you know how much data an SD card needs for NBA 2K18? No. We don't know that yet. For all we know, you might just need 1 or 2 gigabytes, as sports games always seem to need for constant roster updates and new features. Here's the thing though, he acts as if the whole game card's data is transferred to the Switch's internal or external memory. It's not an install. You don't need to install the whole game like you need to with the PS4 and Xbox One. The reason that those consoles have to do that is so that the games can run faster. You've even talked about this yourself about how Nintendo went back to cartridge data because flash memory runs faster than discs. You say how you need 4 SD cards for 4 32GB games. No, you don't. Where did you get that from? The only time when you need a big game to take up a lot of memory is if you decide to download the game from the eShop, and you have said it yourself, that you are opting to buy physical games so you can save memory. He also says that all you need to fill the Switch's internal memory is Zelda, Breath of the Wild and a couple of indie games. No, Rich. He bought 2 Switches and can't even bother to check how much memory he has. Come on, where's your head at? Secondly, you were somebody that predicted that AAA games would never come to the Switch. You said that no third party is going to support the Switch because it's not powerful enough. 1. You have treated the console like it was another home console, and you still do, so that's your first mistake. Second, now that some third parties are bringing their game to the Switch, you still find fault with it. Shouldn't you be happy about this and surprised about this instead of disappointed that you need more memory? It's a good problem to have. Nintendo made it so that the Switch can support microSD cards as big as 2 terabytes. I don't know if you left that out on purpose of accident. But be gracious, they're microSD cards at that, as they're cheap. I have my own Western Digital external drive because 500 gigs for my Xbox One wasn't enough. Let's end this video on a quote that Rich once said. Shall we?
What scares me about guys like this, beyond gaming, and it's true for people in positions of power across the board, is that they can make up their own rules. They can make up their own facts, which are bullshit. They aren't facts, even though there's things to prove them wrong. And people gobble up what they say and listen to them, whether it be politicians, whether it be pastors, whether it be priests, whether it be presidents, dictators, prime ministers. If the person has the right charisma, you can make them swallow anything you're trying to verbally feed to them. And that scares the shit out of me. And he's going to have a whole bunch of people now thinking that video games are the devil, and Jesus does not want you to play video games. Every time you pick up your controller and play Halo, Jesus is crying. And we all know that's the biggest load of bullshit that we've ever heard.